Hello everyone and welcome to this brand new video. Now, this video is going to be exactly how to systemize your personal brand and make sure that you're actually running a profitable online coaching business or creator business without all the headache of posting and not seeing any results or running after clients and all of that stuff. So without further ado, let's just get right into this video. Now, please make sure you take some notes because this is the most in-depth guide that I've ever put on YouTube. This is going to show you exactly what you need to do. It's going to systemize things a lot for you because the biggest problem that I've seen is people have all of these things on their plate, and because of that, they can't take action on the things that actually matter to move the business forward. So without further ado, let's just get right on my computer and I'll just show you everything from complete scratch, okay? So let's get right into it. Don't build a personal brand, build a system instead. Now, this is extremely important because a lot of people think they just need to build a brand, personal brand, but what really is a personal brand? In my opinion, it's a lot of systems that makes a brand personal, connecting, and build a lot of trust. Okay, so for all of you guys watching, let's make a good use of your time. So this is not for complete beginners. Just to be completely honest, it's not for people that are just starting off and, this is just going to overwhelm you, okay? This is not for people that want quick results, right? It's people that want long-term sustainable results. And it's not for ambitious, lazy people. It's not for people that value money over impact, right? We want impact-driven creators and coaches. Who this is for, it's for people that value freedom, right? Freedom is everything. It's for people that love helping people and ready to make an impact. It's for people that are an ambitious coach or consultant that is ready to scale, okay? And of course, agencies, owners, freelancers that want to make more use of their time and create impact by creating a personal brand. So what you're looking for is a simple and effective framework to grow your high-ticket business. You want a consistent flow of perfect fit leads 24/7, and you're fed up with people wasting your time on sales calls that aren't serious. And of course, you want to work with your dream clients. So let's get right into this. So you've tried everything, right? You've tried boosting posts like crazy. You've tried cold DMing. You've tried DMing, warm people inbound. You've tried creating webinars, posting, and running a VSL funnel perhaps, or something along those lines, right? You've done all of this, and this is you. You're like some crazy dude with all of these different things going on and all this noise, and you're just kind of confused. You look cool, but you're not really getting the results that you want. So for those that are new here, my name's Jay. And I've been on quite a journey, right? Like in 2021, I was working at a COVID center, believe it or not. I was building up a clothing brand at the time because I wanted to really follow my dreams and build a clothing brand. And that's what I wanted to do. So what did I decide to do? I decided to go to university. What everyone tells you to do, right? In the behind the scenes, I was building my clothing brand. This was it, teen medicine. And I was going to, university. And by the way, this will all make sense when it comes to personal branding and why this is so important. So I went to university and I, went there because I thought they're going to give me the skills that I need to grow my clothing brand and build my business. And after, spending a bit of time there, I went from fashion management to fashion design and back and forth a few different kind of things in the university. And I realized this isn't really going to help me. So what I decided to do after, pursuing this for a while is I was just fed up, right? And I dropped out. I got in the best shape of my life during the end of me dropping out, and I decided I needed to change something up. So in 2023, I was basically like, fuck this, I'm going full on in my business. And that was one of the scariest decisions I had to make at the time because everyone around me was telling me, you might as well finish it. It's, just do it. It's you can always decide to do something later. And that was not only the hardest decision I've ever made in my life, but one of the best decisions, because since then I had this extra pressure on myself and I had to make things work. So to be honest, at the beginning of 2023, I was doing freelancing, a bunch of stuff when it comes to social media, because I wanted to ultimately make money, but I wanted to have the autonomy of having a business online where you could travel and all of that stuff. And I slowly got into personal branding. And I remember I came across this specific post. It was, the creator economy could approach $500 billion by 2027. As you can tell, this was posted in April 19, 2023. And I was like, man, I have to get on this. If I don't do this. I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life. And everything that came up from this, all of the creativity, everything, I needed a vessel to really make everything work. If I would have started a personal brand and then did my clothing brand, I would have succeeded. So what I did was this is sped up, right? I invested a lot in mentors, learned a lot of stuff, and created Creator One, which is a platform for creators to grow and scale their coaching business. And, at the time, also currently, I'm building this with my buddy Sebastian, and we ultimately want to make the best platform for creators. And I know everyone says that. Like, I know everyone says, oh, we're the best. But ultimately, like, we're putting all of our clients on a pedestal. Like, we seriously are doing everything possible to make them win. And I'm so proud of the community that we're able to build. And in that meantime, we were also able to, travel into, this was 2024, travel to 6 countries in 2024, and really just, have also a bit of the fruits of our labor of working so hard on the business. And I just want to share that with everyone out there in the world, that it's possible to be able to create this freedom in your life when you have a business that is building more leverage. So that's kind of my story, right? We have over $1 million annual recurring revenue within our clients. And it's just freaking awesome. And that's exactly why I'm telling you my story, because maybe it can inspire a few of you people. Maybe you're also in university, or maybe you're also stuck in a job like I was, and you realize, like, I've got so much passion that I want to give to the world. I just don't have a vessel that I can fully develop, right? Like I said, this isn't for beginners. Maybe you've already started your business, you've got a few clients, but you just don't know how to scale. You don't know how to make this your full-time thing, or you don't know how to make more impact. So let's just get right into it. So I've tried everything. I've seriously tried everything. And this method that we've created, the Creator 4 Flywheel, is the simplest, most scalable model to kind of follow. And I know everyone tells you that about their programs. The difference here is every single time I see someone, show their funnel, whatever, it's so complicated. There's all of these different spider webs coming off. And we created such a simple system to understand that pretty much no one can fuck it up. Okay. So it's high leverage, low stress, high profit education model. Okay. So I'm just going to briefly go through this, but I'm going to cover this later in the training as well. We create organic and paid media to grow our audience predictably. So that means you don't have to go viral, right? Growing your following, nurture them with content on Instagram and YouTube, build your email list by having leads and having productive conversations to, get high ticket clients, but we also offer low ticket products for those that aren't quite ready to work with us on a one-to-one basis. Okay, Jay, but why is your method better than other people, right? It isn't. It honestly isn't. All of the other methods work. Everything that I told you before, right? If we just briefly go back, all of this shit works. The only difference is, what are you sacrificing, right? And the thing is, when I'm trying to build my creator business, I don't want high stress. I don't want complexity. I don't want all of these things that makes the business a complete headache. I simply prioritize a simple, high profit, leveraged business model rather than a low profit, complex, and stressful model. Okay? Some people hire tons of VAs and have all of this headache with managing all these people, and then they scale their business, right? Some people have more leverage like I do and build content and systems. Some people spend tons of money every single month on ads and hire people and have all this headache. I simply want to choose a model that is simple and scalable. Okay? Maybe in 10 years, I want to start up my clothing brand again. And I can't do that if my business is already a headache. Okay? So here's the truth. Funnels are dead. And the reason why is the attention is currently not on funnels. If you look on your day-to-day life, where is your attention? It's on social media. It's on content. And the biggest companies in the world are running ads, making it more expensive for smaller creators, right? This funnel of just running ads to an opt-in page is becoming more and more expensive as time goes along. And the attention is on the personal brand. And this is where the trust is built. But don't take my word for it. Think of this instead, okay? You may know these people, right? 10 years ago, we've got Alex Samosi, we've got Sam Ovens. These are the owners of Skool currently, which I love the platform. And back in those days, you could run some ads very cheap, run them to a VSL because it was this new cool thing, and you can make a lot of money from it. The problem is now people are more smart, there's market sophistication, and people know what you're doing. So the same thing that worked back then doesn't work as good now, okay? People have a different way of buying. I'm not saying that the trust has lowered, that's not the case. I'm saying that people buy in a different way nowadays. They buy off people with very strong brands, personal brands. So this is what they did 10 years ago, right? They ran a bunch of ads and pushed them through this system, right? Opt-in page, VSL, book a call right away. And even if some people flew through even if there was some leakage here and there and people didn't buy right away, it wasn't fine because there was so much traffic, because the ads were cheap that it worked. There was zero trust built, there was headache clients. The golden scenario in this funnel was that you had a 2 to 3x ROAS. For those that don't know, it's return on ad spend. And if they didn't convert that day, they're gone forever. And it may stop working one day, right? If someone was running this for 10 years and it didn't work one day, their business is gone. Like they built no leverage over time, it's over. And yeah, a lot of dead leads would end up at the bottom, okay? And the way that this funnel would work is that, like I said, it was a lead to an opt-in page to a call to a hard sell. And the reason why it was a hard sell is because people barely knew you. It was very pushy, right? You had to kind of push people over the edge. There wasn't this smooth, easy, like perfect fit client scenario. Whereas what I'm doing when I'm talking about a flywheel is I'm introducing them to our world, our passions, our values, our goals, our personality, our systems through our personal brand. And it could take 1 week to 3 months to 2 years for people to convert. But that's okay because we're trying to build a business long term. We want to build lots of trust. We want to have dream clients. We want to have 5 to 12x return on ad spend. So it's super profitable and it compounds energy and it never goes out of fashion. If something doesn't work, you've still got a huge business, you've got a huge following, you've got so much trust. It's just impossible to lose when you run a personal brand. Because if this stops overnight, you've got nothing. If this stops overnight, you've got a huge brand and you've got so much network potential. You've got so much leverage because you've got the brand. And this is how it works, right? You want to get a follower or a DM. You want to nurture them with content to become a lead. You want to nurture them to become a customer or client. And the reason I say nurture is we're not selling them. We're just nurturing them, right? To become a low ticket or high ticket sale. And we want to deliver in order for them to become a case study. So we're taking people through this very small steps and just nurturing them through our world and our flywheel, okay? So hopefully this makes sense of why building a personal brand and introducing them to your world is so much more effective. It's so much more leverage. Like in 5 years' time, I don't care if I made a few $1 million. I want to know in five years' time that I've got a business that will feed me forever, right? A brand. So essentially, through this presentation, I want to remove all the noise for you to actually win. And the goals that I personally have for my clients is I want them to become autonomy creators. I want them to have a business that's simple. I want them to work 4 hours a day or less. Obviously, in the dream scenario, I want them to build leverage and reach 20K month profit or more and only work with dream clients and love what you do. There's no finished loop, as you can tell in this flywheel. It always compounds. So if the client doesn't close right there and then, it doesn't matter because there's systems for us to retarget them and get them back into our flywheel and keep nurturing them until they're ready, okay? Most people don't understand that you can build systems for everything. Instead of like trying to post like crazy every single day and not actually being a proper business owner, just being like a lot of people are trying to make content all the time, but then don't understand that, first of all, they're attracting the wrong people. And second of all, there's so many systems and easier ways to go about things to actually make sure that people buy. Okay. So just to quickly show you, we've got not over seven figures, but we've got quite a bit of money every single year coming in, seven figures through our clients. And there's way more than these, but I just want to show you these because there's such a variety of people that I'm working with. And that's so sick in my opinion. So we've got Jay Hastings. He's at 65. He's actually close to 80,000 pounds a month, showing people how to rewire their mindset and quit their 9-to-5 jobs and start their own business. We've got Paul. He's helping men and women improve their mobility from joint, back, and neck pain and improve strength. We've got Sean. He's helping realtors adopt AI systems to streamline their acquisition process. He helped close 30 million in property. We've got, sorry, I forgot her name, Amy, helping people with their psoriasis naturally and help dozens. We've got Jake. He's helping artists monetize their craft online through commissions. We've got Indiaz, 13K pounds per month. He's helping ambitious business owners with overwhelm. And we've got so many others. We've got Sam. He's helping busy dads get fit. Over 800 clients helped. He's a 2017 natural world champion and an RP elite strength coach. Performance coach. 1,000 athletes helped. Novell. We've got Jay helping people rewire their mindset for abundance and attract more wealth into their lives, and so many more. And this is what's so sick to me when working with creators is everyone's got their unique market, and that's what I help do, right? I help people understand that there's so many ways to differentiate yourself from all the other people out there. So let's just get into the actual system, okay? I'm not just going to give you with the surface level bullshit. I'm actually going to tell you what to do, okay? So when it comes to crafted ad, there's two ways to do things. I know I mentioned boosted reels before and that people just boost, but people don't understand what reels to actually boost and what scripts actually work, okay? And what I do, the way that I do this is I create indirect reality shifts. Now, what does this mean? A lot of people will tell you, oh, just create a boosted reel where you say, follow me and go through my content. Sure, that can work, but they follow you, they go through your content, which they barely will never do. It's not a big enough reason for them to actually go through with following you, right? So I tell people to actually give away a lead magnet, which is an indirect ad, because you're giving away something and not putting something direct out there. And this is going to fuel your audience and also get you a ton of DMs, okay? Now, just going to be straight honest with you, there's a few downsides to this. Number one, you can't be always extremely targeted with the follower that you're going to get. Okay, so this does take some testing. Again, you can't track this very well. You can track how many followers you get, but you don't exactly know where they're coming from, if they're a good fit, and so on. But this still is a very good strategy to grow your audience and also to make sales. Okay, this 100% works. You just have to understand your messaging and exactly what reality shifts or perception shifts you put in that reel. Okay. The second one is indirect DM ads. Okay, so this is where you run an ad through Meta to get people to DM you a keyword in order to give them a lead magnet. It's very, very similar to this. The only upside of this is it's through Meta, so the tracking and all of that is done for you. You can see the cost per message and all of that good stuff. And with this, if you do it right, you can really scale your business on autopilot, okay? Because you're just going to be able to, from one day to the next, test different things. You don't have to post it to boost it, and it's a lot more scalable, okay? If you want to learn how to do this, check this. I've got a video on my YouTube on how to do this stuff. And I might also at some point record a video on how to do indirect DM ads. But this stuff is fucking sick. Okay. If you guys don't take advantage of this, I don't know what. Okay. And then of course you want to post organic content to nurture. I don't want this video to be freaking hours long, so I'm not going to tell you how to do that. But take inspiration from other people and don't just focus on virality. You're just going to mess up your audience. You're not going to get people that are actually going to buy from you. Okay, second, content. We make content on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram is for surface level attention. YouTube is for depth. I don't care what anyone says. Do YouTube. YouTube is so much more powerful than just doing on Instagram, because people have to watch 6-7 hours of your content before they really trust you to buy. And imagine of having to post, tons and tons of 1-minute reels to get them to that 7-hour mark. Or you can post 20 YouTube videos, right? And get them to there way faster than posting hundreds of reels, okay? Just post YouTube. It's so simple. You don't have to do anything crazy with editing. Cool. So this is also the system that I use in terms of what content to create, because a lot of people are lost with this. Again, there's a video on my YouTube. Go check that out. It's you don't have to build a niche. You have to build a system, something like that. Go check it out. But you want to make content that's surrounded around yourself. So your values, your passions, your goals. You want to teach your mechanism, your unique systems, right? For me, it's, where is it? It's the Creative Force system, right? That's the main system that I use to get results. And then you want to provide your outcome. My outcome is to get people to become an autonomy creator. Maybe it's for you to get 6-pack abs, whatever it might be. Next, this is extremely important. You want to build your community, which is your email list. 5% of your current followers on social media actually see your content. Sometimes even lower. Like, think about it. If you're following 1,000 people, do you see every single one of those 1,000 people's content? Of course you don't. You only see a very small percentage of those people that you're following, which means, and I know the statistic, it's 5%. When your email list will get 20, even up to 40% open rates, that is undistracted attention. So this is people that you can market towards, okay? And you actually own this audience, and you're not just renting it from, Meta. Next, conversations. So of course you have to set meetings and actually close them, right? That's the most important part. However, if you did 1 and 2 very, very good, right, crafted ad and content, you're going to be able to close them so easily because they're going to be nurtured by this point. Also, at Creator One, we do take sales calls, right? A lot of people are coming into this coaching scene and saying, yeah, you can close people directly through the DMs and this fairy tale thing. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's 100% possible. But for 99.9% of people, like, it's just going to be way more difficult. So if you hate money, try to close in the DMs. If you want to get results quick and actually help people, take sales calls, okay? It's not the end of the world. It's going to allow you to scale your business. And we use the one chat framework for that, which is acknowledge, compliment, ask. Stole it from Alex Mosey, so shout out to him. But this is very simple, right? I keep things very upfront when I do, setting, whatever. It's just, hey, I appreciate you. Compliment. Do you need help? Yes or no? If it's no, cool. Here, send a video. If yes, oh, you want some help? What do you need help with? Or what are your goals? Or what are you struggling with? Like, a lot of people do this setting and try to convince them if they need help. It's like, hey, bro, you need help? Yes or no? If they say no, cool, move on, right? You don't need to waste your time on people that don't want help. It's hard to convince people to want something, but if they want something, you can provide them the solution. So next, it's the one offer. Now, this isn't technically part of the four-wheel, system, the flywheel, but this is how we deliver results, which a lot of people have adopted now. I'm not even going to lie, but it's the easiest way. And the main benefit of this is a lot of people have one offer, right? And try to push that down everyone's throats that comes to them. And it's pretty inefficient. You want to give people what they want. So that's why you've got, for example, for me, I've got multiple access to me. I've got my free resources, YouTube videos like this. I've got my workshops or even low ticket products, right? So once a month, you can join my workshop. The next one is going to be on the 15th of March. So show up to that if you feel like. Just follow me on Instagram if you want to know the details. And then community access, right? I work with people on a community basis and I work with people on a one-to-one basis, depending on how much help they need. Of course, there's also a finals here, which is like doing stuff for you, but that is up to you. But you want to give people access to you in different ways, depending on how much help they need. This way you're going to be able to scale, okay? Because you can only work with so many people one-on-one, but I can work with tons of people in my community, so I can scale infinitely without all the complexity of having multiple offers, right? This is all the exact same offer. It's just different tiers of access, okay? So obviously I went through all of that stuff, but how can we connect all of this in a very easy, efficient manner? I call this the one system. So through our ads and our content, right, this is just our traffic that we get on Instagram. We're going to have a simple ManyChat automation to get them on our email list, which I use Kit for. And then we're going to send them to our one VSL, which is our YouTube video. Okay, this is a YouTube video where you explain what you do, just like this one. Okay, and the reason behind that is because we're building so much leverage. We're growing our following on Instagram. We're opening conversations. We're growing our email list. We're getting YouTube subscribers and potentially converting people all with one system. This happens completely on autopilot. You don't have to do anything, okay? And this is actually true power, okay? So if you guys aren't like, I swear to God, if you guys go away and just don't implement this, you're just wasting time. You're just wasting time. Okay, so let's just get into the biggest problems that you guys have, okay? Because let's not beat around the bush. You guys have problems and you want to deal with them. If you're showing up to this video and you don't realize you've got problems that you need to solve, you can just leave this video. Because if you don't want to solve them, then you're just, it's mental masturbation. Like, I want you to watch this video and actually take action. So these are the three biggest problems that you're dealing with. You've got a complex offer that doesn't scale. You've got not enough leads and no authority, or you're converting leads. It's hard to convert leads to high-paying clients, right? You've got maybe people in your audience, but you don't know how to convert them. For example, I had a client that I was working with that had up to 1 million followers and couldn't convert anyone because he built an audience around the wrong people and also didn't have any depth. He didn't have the assets to convert them, okay? So I'm super happy that you're here, but just before I get into the next part, if you're stuck with a problem, there's going to be a few things that are going through your mind, okay? You may be wondering this. I'm not ready yet, and I will look at tons of free stuff on YouTube and try to figure things out on my own. If that's you, more power to you, okay? If you're coming to these videos, maybe you've watched a few creators like me that help you scale, and you might be watching this and you're like, cool, I'm going to grab another free nugget here, I'm going to grab another free nugget there. But ultimately, it doesn't matter how much you consume, it's still going to take the same time for you, right? It's going to take 10 times the time to figure this stuff on your own than just to getting help. And I'm not saying this because I'm a coach, because I spent well over 10 grand in my first year of business just learning things and getting mentorship. If I wouldn't have done that, it would have taken me 5, maybe even 10 years. And I'm not even joking. Like, that's how long this takes. It just cuts the curve so much faster, right? It's just cutting everything in half. So if you're watching this and you're like, awesome, thanks Jay for the value, I'm going to implement the flywheel, more power to you. But eventually you're going to realize I need that one-on-one help. Because there's the reason why I can't go in extreme detail on these videos is because everyone's got a different situation. Everyone's got nuance in their business. You might be a fitness coach, right? You might be a business coach where the cost per acquisition is higher, where you've got to change a different funnel. You might be a dating coach. You might be something else, right? There's always going to be nuance with all of this stuff. There's always going to be differences. So you've got two decisions to make. You can either keep on looking at free stuff and figuring it on your own, or you can work with someone, get results way faster, make more money that you can then reinvest and grow the business even more and get to your 20K, 30K, 40, 50K a month goal, whatever it is. Okay, so the only way you can save time is by buying the mistakes other people have made. So you can buy my mistakes, you can buy someone else's mistakes. I'm just stopping this here because I want to be real with you. This video, another video, isn't going to make you successful. It's getting that one-on-one help. It's getting mentorship, okay? So you may also be thinking, how do I create my offer? How do I make it scalable? You might have tried high ticket, but it just doesn't work for you. You might be wondering if email marketing still works. You might be wondering what's the best platform to grow your brand. Maybe you're on LinkedIn or whatever, right? It doesn't really matter as long as it's a short form and a long form platform. What type of content do I need to create in order to showcase my expertise? I'm posting consistently, but I'm not getting real results. What am I doing wrong? Okay? And basically, when you're asking all of these questions and not taking action on this, I'm going to be real with you. Like, I'm not going to bullshit you like all these other people do. You're basically telling yourself this. I am comfortable not knowing the information I need to get to my goals, and I'm okay taking 10x the time to figure things out on my own. I don't need any help because I'm smart enough. Even though every successful person I had a mentor, I'm an exception. That's basically what you're telling yourself. Like I said, you don't have to work with me, you can work with other people. Just get help. If you're serious about this, which I only work with serious people, then you need to get some sort of help, okay? So there's one question that you have to ask yourself here. You can take all of this information and you can become successful, right? Because it's been successful for me, it's been successful for my clients, but you may have to ask yourself this question, right? What is not knowing this information costing me every single month? If you're making 5K a month and you implement this structure, it could 2x, 3x, 4x your monthly income. So you're leaving 180K a year on the table. So what is it worth to you to 4x your income and reach the 20K a month mark? Surrounding yourself with a group of hyper ambitious creators that love to push themselves will help you immensely. They're all following the new proven path to grow their dream micro education business online. And that's what we're doing at Creator One. Okay? So if you want to work with me, if you want to join the community, DM me on Instagram or book a call in the description below. Okay? I'm not going to bite. I'll give you some direction. 90% of the time, I'm going to tell you that I can't work with you because you're not a good fit. Because I'm very particular with who I work with. And that's not because I want to be a dick. It's just because I want to actually make sure that you get results. And not everyone has what it takes. Not everyone has the foundations to work with Creator One, but I'm just telling you, if you want to work with someone who's serious, who will get you to your goals, feel free to book a call below, okay? So, a little bit of homework for you guys, because I'm not going to just leave you with a pitch, but I'm actually going to leave you with some things that you can do in your meantime. You need to understand, where am I in terms of this flywheel, right? Am I just posting organic but not running ads? That's something you figured out. Ads. How do I get that to work? Am I posting content? What type of content is it? Is it following the what's it called? One niche, right? Am I talking about myself, my story? Am I talking about my mechanism? And am I talking about how I can get people results? Okay. Third, do I have an email list? Do I have a sequence? Am I posting there? Right? Am I repurposing my emails for my stories, which is so much more effective? Do I have a low-ticket product? Am I getting people introduced to how I can work with them? How many conversations am I having per day? How many calls am I booking? All of those things, I just want you to write them down and become extremely realistic with where you are right now and what you need to get and what you need to do in order to get to your goals, okay? Hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you absolutely crush 2025. Whether you see my face again or whether you don't, I don't really care. I just want you to win. If you're serious and you want to help people, I want you to win, okay? Have a great day. Book a call if you want to speak to me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.